Ballot Day Chaos. The first set of ballots have been cast in the 2017 general election amidst, by all accounts, what was a messy situation. Good evening, everyone. I'm Keishla Adderley, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. More than 8,000 voters signed up to cast ballots today, including candidates, members of the armed forces, poll workers, party agents, and others. But with that number just about doubling the figure during the advanced poll in 2012, many questioned why more centers weren't open to accommodate the long lines of voters. Our Clint joins us live from the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium, where the hours have been extended due to the delay. Good evening to you, Clint.
Keishla, in a matter of minutes, the advanced polls will close here on advanced voting at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium. It's been an interesting day, to say the least. But Prime Minister Christie, of course, adding a lot of thunder to the wrap-up this evening, arriving to cast his ballot to loud cheers from his party supporters, as well as those from the side opposite throwing their cheers in there as well. But Prime Minister Christie, just seconds ago, casting his ballot in the 2017 general election. Prime Minister, your feeling after casting that battle in the Kalani constituency?
Well, I voted. It's an important step to take in our country. I'm told that we've had some hitches down here, some challenges. I'm waiting for a report as to what in fact did take place. I anticipated that we may have a difficulty in terms of the numbers of people who were registered to vote in the advanced poll. I added personnel to the Parliamentary Commissioner's office. I put two top persons in there, I thought, to assist, all with a view to minimizing the extent to which we have challenges. But notwithstanding that, I deeply regret that it appears that people were on the line for a long time in the sun to vote, and it's the sort of thing in a modern democracy that we ought to be able to avoid. And so again, it's a matter of my receiving a full report after what took place. I've been trying to track it all day here to have some full understanding of what was taking place. And again, I've been in touch with voting places abroad to find out if there are challenges there, and we're trying to deal with issues that have arisen. And I have no doubt that I've actually sent additional personnel down during the course of the day to assist with what's taking place, and with a view again to ensuring that we avoid in the general elections the kinds of challenges that may have arisen today.
Do you see the need for disciplinary action or removal of any of the top executives as a result of what transpired here today?
I must say that I'm waiting on a report. There has to be obviously explanations as to what took place. At a very early stage this morning, I got involved in the process and trying to ensure that we have some kind of order to the process. And to add personnel, in fact, to ensure that people of experience were sent in to see if they could assist. The great difficulty with this place is that I'm told that there were two lines, and that when you got in here, there was another challenge. And that when they examined it, there was very little they could do about it. They thought that they could not establish another venue, however close it might have been, because it might have had implications in moving the ballot boxes. And so we were stuck with the fact that an unusual amount of people, and I'm waiting for the numbers, were in fact registered to or signed up to vote in the advanced poll. And I would have thought they would have been able to anticipate that something of that nature, or the nature of what took place, could have happened. But I wait to be informed on the report. There's some other issues that have arisen that are being dealt with now, and has to do with people's right to vote. And so we're dealing with it, and with the view to ensuring that that we are able to protect people's right to vote.
I know the press are waiting on you, so we'll let you talk to them. Thank you so much, Prime Minister Christie, for addressing us on that issue today. If you're wondering what happened here today at this gymnasium, really, and what caused the early voting to have some challenges, our news team is out and about from early this morning. Take a look at our report mid-afternoon on what transpired.
A mess, a complete mess.
That we have to question whether or not we are in fact ready for next week.
This is not fair to the Bahamian people. I don't give a no FNM and PLP or DNA, whoever it is. We are Bahamians, we have a right to vote. I've been here from 7:30, people been on this line. For Christ's sake, man, when they can get it right.
PLP Tall Pines incumbent Leslie Miller says heads should roll. In his view, no one should have to stand in the sun all day to cast a ballot. The average wait time was as long as 4 hours. All of the candidates we spoke to described the process as flawed. Opposition leader and independent candidate for Long Island, Loretta Butler Turner, suggested a full review of the electoral process with the view of making sweeping changes.
And maybe what we actually need is an electoral commission, one that is going to deal specifically with elections. What we have happening over the years and from the time of inception has been using the general public service officers to come in and do a part-time job. We probably now need to move towards having a full-time electoral commission.
There have been calls for the Parliamentary Registration Department executives to be held accountable. However, some share the view that the blame is solely on the government. Minister responsible for parliamentary elections, the Honourable Dr. B.J. Nottage, says while the process wasn't going as freely as they'd like, overall he was satisfied.
It's not what those who are voting on advanced polling day expected to see. If you join the line, it starts about there. But the nightmare begins for many, as they described it, as you had to wait along the line so long, taking hours before you can actually get to the beginning of the end of the voting process, which is at the Kendall Isaacs gym. It's there you actually checked your name before going inside. But wait, that's not it. That's just one line. The same thing happens on the other side of the gym, the line curling around as well.
I think it's an orderly amount of people here. What is more than the usual crowd that comes at this time at advance poll. So we were able to tweak our plans and put things in place, and we work in concert with the parliamentary officials that we were able to cause some exit doors, and I think that helped alleviate the crowd control. And as you see, the crowd is moving down. But I think the eagerness, which you see out here, people came out here determined to vote. Nobody's been moving away, and nobody seems to be discouraged of going away. So we will continue to monitor with our officers on the ground and be courteous to persons, because we know it could cause frustration.
DNA leader Brad McCartney encountered several issues.
None of our poll workers were allowed to vote. They were not on the register. And as you can see out here, persons have been on this line for 2-3 hours, and it's just very, very concerning.
He also made this observation.
They have like two doors for persons going in and coming out, but when they're in there, it's relatively empty. So and tempers are starting to fly in there, and I just hope that we just keep calm.
You think people may leave the line and not vote?
It's unfortunate. Some have done that already.
And Keisha, this is what it looks like outside here. As you can see, people are literally outside making chairs. We have the DNA over to one side, the Free National Movement over to the next side, and then over here you have the Progressive Liberal Party, who are also pledging support for their Prime Minister and for the leader of the party, while you have the Free National Movement who's chanting, Perry has to go. This is the kind of excitement that you see happening out here. There's now a few minutes left before this poll closes. It closes at 7:20, simply because it opened late, and so they gave an extra hour and 20 minutes. But it's a smooth flow on the inside. There are still voters on the inside, but this excitement is not going anywhere. They're going to carry this excitement straight into elections on May 10th. Live at the Kendall Isaacs Gymnasium, Clint Watson, ZNS Network News. Back to you.